Hey everyone, how's it going? Lance here. Today is Friday, November 11th, 2016, and I am now 1 year post-op for my second hair transplant procedure. So yeah, let's take a look. So this is my left side. This is the left temporal peak that was reconstructed. This is the left side of my recession. The original hairline that I had before my two surgeries went way up to about here. Going into the center of my hairline, my original widow's peak was somewhere around here. And when I look at old videos of me during the recovery and progress from my first procedure, it was almost like an entire finger width was added to my original hairline. Going on to my right side, this is where the original recession had gone up to prior to my two surgeries. This is the right temporal peak that was reconstructed. To compare what my result looks like right now from 1 year post-op for my second surgery to what I look like 1 year post-op for my first surgery, I've noticed that this is my left side. This is a little bit more square, whereas originally it was a little bit more round. I find that the hairline wasn't really lowered that much. However, I found that it's much better blended in on my right temporal peak. If you look at pictures from me post-op from my first surgery, I had kind of like one hair just kind of hanging out on the side. Yeah, and then following my second surgery, I found that it's much thicker in this area, in the recession. It's much thicker in this area, in this recession as well. And I can definitely tell when I comb and style my hair, especially when I try to do it in a faux hawk, there aren't as many thin areas like how I talked about a few months ago. So I'm really happy that I did the second procedure. It was definitely worth it in my opinion because in one surgery you're only going to get about 40, at most 40% density. So it was worth it for me to do the second procedure because there were a lot of thin areas. As happy as I was after the first surgery, there were just a lot of thin areas that needed to be filled in. And one of the reasons why I did the second surgery was also to get rid of the first scar that didn't heal well. So let's take a look at what my new scar looks like for my second surgery. So as I mentioned earlier, I got my haircut on Sunday, November 6th, and basically throughout this calendar year of me having this second surgery, I've been able to get a consistently short haircut at a number 4 guard. However, even though, the old scar was removed that stretched much wider, and I've been very careful to really scale back my weight training activities, my second scar still stretched a little bit. So I kind of want to talk about the way that my head was closed and then what I'm going to do moving forward. Closes the suture line in the back of your head is that he has the tones of the skin lightly touch, and I think that he did a good job. I recently talked to him, and he told me he couldn't have closed it any better than he did, and I certainly trust his judgment on that. It's just that because of my scalp's natural flexibility and because of my intense weight training habits, it was probably going to stretch whether I had had his closure technique done or if I had had the trichophytic closure technique done. So to tell you a little bit about the trichophytic closure technique, which is what a lot of other hair transplant surgeons do, the two ends of the skin are put together, however, a little flap is cut off. So what happens is that the hair is essentially crisscross out of the scar. However, that's still prone to stretching, and to be honest, I think that even if I'd had that closure method done on me, that probably would have stretched as well. So to be honest, I don't think there's any real way to tell if there was one way that was better than the other. I think that I'm just a weird case that mine stretch. So to go forward and what I plan on doing about my suture line is that I'm actually going to be doing an FUE procedure sometime in the spring, probably in January, February 2017. I will be going with Dr. McGrath, whose office I visited back in April when I was at my 5-month mark, as he does not just FUE, but he also does the linear strip method. He does the multiple follicular. So I want to explore what I can do about that for you guys. And, maybe you've had another procedure where you may have a wide scar, maybe it didn't heal well, maybe you need an FUE procedure to do just minor work. So I plan on kind of exploring that with you guys, and I'll share what I find out of that. But, overall, over the last 2.5 years, I really could not be happier with how I look, how the way things have turned out. To Dr. Matt, thank you for everything, and I don't regret this at all. I don't regret doing this twice. For you all who are looking to do the surgery, I hope that over the last couple of years that I've been doing these videos and writing this blog, I hope that I've been able to provide the best possible roadmap for you all to embark on your own follicular journey wherever it may take you. I hope this serves as the best possible roadmap. And thank you to you all who comment on my blog, comment on my YouTube channel, send me emails, because I really get no greater satisfaction than helping you all out. When I decided to do this blog, I wanted to pay it forward. I wanted to, do something that shows, there can be an honest voice in this industry, because the hair transplant industry is heavily unregulated. You will very rarely find an independent voice that isn't, muddied by, another doctor or a big corporation. So I hope that, I could provide some sense of honesty and some sense of credibility in this industry. So thank you to you all who, comment on my channel and, who will continue to do that. So, after, guys, I think, this isn't exactly it, because I will have a minor touch-up surgery in the spring, but, I feel like after, more than 12,000 hairs, 2 surgeries, in a little under 3 years, my follicular journey is complete. I couldn't be more happy with how things have turned out. I'm really happy with how I look, and I'm even happier that, this is serving you all and helping you all out. So from now on, I'm going to continue to do videos that'll focus on tips and advice on what to look for in a hair transplant surgeon, and what to look for when researching this, and what to expect after your surgery. So yeah, so as long as I'm around, I'll still be here to answer any questions that you all may have, and I hope that I'll continue to be able to do this and help you guys out. So thank you for watching, thank you for following my journey, and I hope that I'll see you on the other side if you decide to take part in your own. Take care.